So we're going to learn a little piece of Mei HaShiloach, and it's going to be the first Torah in Sefer Devarim, Pashas Devarim. So we are used to calling the book, the fifth book of Moses, we call it Sefer Devarim, the book of things, because the first verse begins, El HaDvarim, these are the things that Moshe spoke. But that's not how it's called in the Gemara or in the Mishnah. It's called the book of Mishnah Torah, the repetition of the Torah, and that's why the Greeks call it Deuteronomy, because it has a restating of the Ten Commandments, and it's generally a repetition. But it begins with the word Eile HaDvarim. It could have begun, Vayedaber Moshe Sadvarim Ha'ele. Moshe spoke these words, but it doesn't. It says, these are the words, or these are the things. And it uses the word Devarim. And wherever we have the word Eile, these, as opposed to Ve'ele, and these, it is doing away with what came beforehand. The book of Exodus begins Ve'ele Shmois, and these are the names, because it includes the book of Genesis. But here's something about this book that disqualifies what came earlier. So the Mei HaShiloach says, he brings a medrash, and he says, the medrash says that the only reason Torah was given to the Jewish people is so that they don't busy themselves with Dvarim B'Telim, useless things. No, you could ask the question, if God doesn't want us to do useless things, all he needs to do is give us jobs to do, mitzvahs. I mean, the Torah is text, it's reading, it's words, it's mikra. How is that an antidote to useless things? And it has to do with the word devarim, because devarim means things, but it also means words. So the message is, it's not about the things that we do, which are devarim b'telim. It's the things that we say, which are devarim b'telim. And what is useless words? Well, if they're not Torah. So what's the definition of Torah? So the Ishbitzer brings a pasuk from Tehillim. Ha'umnam elem tzedek tedaberim. Are you mute? Are you dumb? Speak tzedek. And the Gemara says that this verse, King David is saying it to King Shaul. He has come at the night and he's stolen King Shaul's a spear or shield and his water, and then he wakes him up and he says, have you gone mute? Is it true? You have nothing to say? The Ishbitz is bringing this verse because sometimes we say things and it doesn't mean anything, or it has no value. The words that we say are Dvorim B'Telim, useless, meaningless, or worse. So what's the tikkun? What's the fixing of things, or how do we make the things that we say become words? So tzedek tedaberun. How does that happen? So there's a tzaddik inside. Everybody has a tzaddik inside. If the words that are coming out of your mouth are being spoken by the tzaddik inside, then they're words and not things. And how do you know if the things coming out of your mouth are words? There's two ways to tell. One, every word is tzedakah. Every word is charitable. Every word is a favor. Every word is a balm. Every word is necessary. So it's a tzedakah. And the other thing is that it's tzedek. It's right. It's the right thing to say. That doesn't necessarily mean it's the truth, because sometimes truth is the most painful and wounding thing that you could say, but it's tzedek. It's the right thing to say at the moment. So the tzaddik speaks tzedek, which is tzedakah. Then the words coming out of your mouth are really words and not things. And this is why God gives the Torah, so that we can learn to speak. And it comes always, this Seder is always the Shabbos before Tisha B'Av, when people realize how broken they are. and we need to be aware. And the thing about the Torah and the words is that they have the power not just to fix the things that come out of our mouth, but Ele Hadvorim, they have the power to fix everything, because words are already everything. And God gave us the power of speech, and He gave us the ability to fix the things that come out of our mouths. So they should be real speech, that they should be real Devarim. And the way that happens is Ele, it has to first disqualify all the bad things, all the wrong things, all the things that should have been unspoken and unsaid. And that's the Eila Posalis Rishonim that disqualifies what came before it. Ashidibir Moshe, these are the words that Moshe taught us to speak. And how is that? With the Torah. Because that's why we were given the Torah, in order to teach us how to speak.